And I told my husband immediately, because we was just married. I said, oh, don't worry about me. I'm fine. They don't need to get me anything. And my husband stopped me dead in my tracks. And he said, no. Hi guys, it's me, Miss Mary here. We're just doing life, and I'm just sharing and hoping that I can touch someone's life and make a difference in someone's life. So I was thinking about the difference between two men, and I was thinking in terms of my first marriage and when I got married, how that man tore me down, belittled me, destroyed, almost tried to destroy me, literally probably would have killed me. And then there was another man, once I divorced him, there was another man that built me up, that told me that I was worthy of love and I was worthy of everything. So I was thinking about the time when I had married my second husband, and we had been in the marriage very short, wasn't even 6 months. And I think it was, what happened was, I took the kids shopping. As a matter of fact, it was the girls. And I took them out shopping, and I went out and I went and bought them some undergarments and stuff. And when I came home, my husband said, oh, you went shopping? And I said, yeah. And he says, did you get you something? And I said, no. He says, what did you get? And I said, oh, I bought the girls some new underwear, undergarments and stuff like that. And he goes, did you get you some? And I go, no, I'm fine. He says, I don't think you're fine. And I go, what do you mean? He says, you could use some new undergarments. And I go, no, but I bought the kids some. You know, I want to take care of the kids. And you know what my husband said to me? He said, Mary, what do you think that you're teaching your kids? I said, what do you mean? I'm teaching them that they're important, that mom loves them, and that I care for them. He said, no. You're teaching them that you don't matter. You're teaching them that mommy's fine. He said, last time I checked, you could use some new underwear too. He said, I don't have a problem with the fact that you bought them some underwear, but why didn't you get them 4 pair and get yourself 4 pair? You know? And then this conversation came up again because Mother's Day was coming. And when Mother's Day came, the kids were around the house, and he said, and they was, my husband said, what are you guys going to get your mom? And I told my husband immediately, because we was just married. I said, oh, don't worry about me. I'm fine. They don't need to get me anything. And my husband stopped me dead in my tracks. And he said, no, absolutely no. And I go, what? I said, I'm fine. I don't need it. He said, no. There again are you teaching those kids that you don't matter. He said, why are you saying you're fine? He said, even if they don't have money, you teach them that this is Mother's Day, your birthday, that you are important. Take time out. He said, he told my kids, he said, you guys can ask me for money and I will give you money to go buy something for your mom. But if you don't want to do money, you can get a pencil and a paper. You can write your mom a letter. You can draw her a picture. But you will not let Mother's Day come and not do anything for your mother. And I was like, Harvey, why are you so hard on him? It doesn't matter. He said, it does matter, because you're teaching these children that there's no value in you. And I was like, that's not true. He said, yes. He said, what you're telling them is that you don't matter. So he said, you know what's going to happen is when they get grown and they get married and your daughter or your son is calling you on the phone saying, oh, I picked up this. Your son is saying, oh, I picked up this for our mother and for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. And then you're going to think to yourself, what did you get me? Oh, no, mom's fine. She don't need anything. Because you're always telling them, oh, I'm fine. I don't need anything. Just take care of you. If you take care of you, you're taking care of me. He said women need to stop doing that. We'll tell the kids, oh, don't worry about me. It's okay. I'm fine. He said, but you're a human being too. You're a person with feelings too. You need to be acknowledged too. It's nice for you to get a gift. It's nice for you to get a card. It's nice for them to bring you some flowers. He said, because what's going to happen is if you continue on this road of teaching them that you're fine, when they get grown, they're not going to think about you. For Mother's Day, they're going to say, oh, Mom's fine. She never won anything. She's fine. Oh, Mom's birthday. Oh, she's fine. She don't want anything. He said, you need to teach these kids that you matter and that you are important. And how do you do that? By letting them acknowledge you for Mother's Day. He said, I'm not saying they got to go out and buy you no elaborate gift. They can get a pencil and paper. They can write you a letter. They can make a picture for you. It's not about the gifts. It's just the acknowledgement. Don't let them not acknowledge you. And because what you're doing is you're teaching them to not even acknowledge you. Because you're saying, oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. So my lesson to you as women, even if you're a single mom, even if you're married, don't tell your kids you're fine. And you might be fine. You know what I mean? But let them get a pencil and paper and write you a note. Let them make a picture for you. Don't never, ever let them just disregard you. Don't teach them that. And to this day, I am so glad I listened to my husband. Because guess what? When Mother's Day comes, my phone rings. My doorbell rings. You know, my Cash App, something happens. Or my Venmo, something happens in it. You know what I mean? But had I continued on that journey that I had, they would have ignored me. And I have friends to this day that their kids have said that, oh, Mom's fine. Well, she don't need anything. She's never wanted anything. She don't care about Mother's Day. It's not important to her. But yet it's still, they're giving to their mother-in-laws, you know? So don't teach your children or anyone that you are not of value. And I'm not putting a price tag on a gift. It's not about the gift. It's about the acknowledgement. It's about taking the time to write a letter or taking the time to call you for Mother's Day or taking the time to call you for your birthday. It's all about the acknowledgement. Not so much, we're not caught up with, you know, a Gucci bag and this. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about you as a human being, that you matter. And my husband taught me that when it comes to shopping. So now, whenever I would take the girls or the boys, I squeeze a little bit out for myself. If it's nothing but to go to Bath and Body Works and get me some smell good or whatever. But always take time for yourself. You're not teaching your kids that you matter by not doing for yourself. How do you teach them that you matter? It's by showing them that you take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself in order for you to be able to take care of them. Just doing life. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. This is Miss Mary. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share.